So Mr. Bug. But moving on. Albuquerque. New Mexico Governor Michelle Lujan Grissom, sorry if I'm messing up the name, wants to provide state residents with free tuition to public colleges, a plan that is, if passed by the state legislature, would add New Mexico to the growing list of Democratic-led states to offer free higher education. Lujan Grissom, a Democrat, announced the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship on Wednesday while speaking at the Education Summit at Central New Mexico Community College. The plan would provide free undergrad tuition at New Mexico colleges for in-state residents and aims to cover nearly 55,000 students a year. It would cover tuition and fees for recent high school graduates at four-year public colleges, as well as recent high school graduates and returning adult learners at two-year community colleges. The program is estimated to cost between 25 to 35 million. According to Luana Grissom's office, it would combine with the New Mexico Lottery Scholarship and build on existing federal grants to cover students' tuition. So, let me go. I think this is super awesome, and I honestly wish it was in place when I was going to school while I was doing my master's, which I currently have a couple. But this is I think that education should be free for all. What's the purpose of us having a lottery, a state lottery, a USA lottery, and there is supposed to be educational funded? So where is this money going to if it's for education? It says education lottery, but you still have schools that are run down. You still have cities and counties who are begging for money that needs assistance. Teachers that are getting underpaid that are not even getting paid at all. And where is this money going to? So if it was going towards the education as it's supposed to, education should be free as it is with the public sector when it's with regular public school for elementary, middle, and high school. College should be free as well. Other countries already has this going on. That's why our student loan debts are so high in America, because once students graduate, they can't afford paying their student loans back. You have these federally funded grants, subsidized, unsubsidized, Pell Grants, federal loans, student loans, all these different loan companies and agencies that are loaning money just so that you can go to school to get your degree. Because if you were able to pay for it, you would have never took out a loan to begin with, nor would you be requesting any type of financial assistance to do so. School should be free, and I definitely agree. If all states was like this, our debt for student loans would be at a zero. The money that's being put into the lottery, it would actually cover everything that's needed for education as it states that it is. It says, oh, well, the educational lottery is only a percentage. Well, why would you note it? That's just like you're going and it says all beef patties and it's only a percentage really is beef and the rest is whatever. So why is it that they can't make this for not only, I applaud New Mexico for doing this, because again, this should be worldwide, just like it is in other countries. People leave America to go to other countries to get their education, to come back and be able to work, because then they are debt free. It should be the same way. That's why we are so much in debt, not only with the education, but in the medical field as well, because we don't have free medical for all as we should, just like Canada and other countries has this. Again, Canada. They have free education. They have free medical. And they're not in debt as much as we are. We're in the trillions. We are like we owe every Tom, Dick, and Joe, you must pretty much say.
Well, not me. I don't owe nobody nothing.
I'm talking about America, country itself. Owe so much to these other countries. If we were able to do things such as what's currently going on in Albuquerque and on forward, it would be so much better. It would be debt free, and these students wouldn't have to worry about, how am I going to pay this? How can I do that? And so many people are afraid that has the good mental, that has the knowledge, that are able and want to go to college but can't afford to go. That could have been our next president. That could have been our next doctor. That could have been our next lawyer. That could have been our next pediatrician. I mean, and the list goes on and on and on. But these people are not able to use their mind properly and do certain type of things, because they're going to think, okay, well, if I do this, do I want to go to school to get this degree and then be in debt for the rest of my life trying to pay this back? It's just ridiculous to me.
I got a question, right? So, if this is New Mexico, so like, do the Americans, if they plan on attending college in New Mexico, do they have to learn how to speak Spanish before attending this? Because I'm pretty sure you understand what I'm saying?
No, I mean it's New Mexico, so it's still a part of the U.S. It's a country. I mean, Lord Jesus, a state. So you don't. There's a lot of people that lives there that speaks English. Just because it says New Mexico, don't make it actual Mexico. It's just another state, just like Arizona, California. You don't have to speak a certain.
But see, I'm always skeptical of free. Like, they'll sign you up, you get signed up, you attending school, and then once they start telling you stuff, well, you know, we're only going to pay for it if you complete this much, and we're only going to pay for it if you have to stay the whole blah, blah, blah. We ain't going to pay for it up to this term. You got to complete everything, and then it's paid for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they have to go to, like it currently says, it will cover tuition and fees for recent high school graduates at 4-year public colleges, as well as recent high school graduates and returning adult learners to a 2-year community college. So it's an opportunity scholarship.
Yeah. Oh, say, okay, yeah. So if I'm out of school,
scholarship.
if I was an adult, I can go back and
To
take
the
my
adult
classes.
learner for
Okay,
2
yeah, I
years
got
at a
you.
community college, but it's also, again, it's a scholarship. So this is something that you're agreeing to. Okay, I'm gonna complete my 4 years here at this school, and I'm not gonna transfer. I'm gonna do this. I'm pretty sure there's some type of fine lines. You have to complete your schooling there at that school in order to continue on with that scholarship. Because I'm pretty sure the scholarship is not gonna be transferable anywhere. Because if that's the case, people will be flocking to New Mexico, dropping their kids off, having them graduate there just so that they can get free education. Which
But,
again should be free anyway.
The cost is only between 25 and 35 million. Ain't that's a little on the low side?
No, I mean I think that's pretty much if you look at it for
But
a
it's a lottery
4-year
scholarship.
degree.
So
right.
they laundering money through the lottery. Basically.
Well, no, I mean, the lottery ain't doing anything it's supposed to do because it
not
says
one
about 30%
person.
of the lottery revenue goes to education. Even in the NC Education Lottery gave 100% of its revenue to schools, that will only cover about 19% of the state's total budget for K through 12 public schools. So that lottery, it shouldn't even be listed as educational lottery because, again, it says only 30%, but that only covers 19% of the state. So if that's 19% of the state, exactly.
Y'all break me off some of that
outside
money.
of the winners, but I'm just saying only 19% of the state is covered by the actual education lottery. So 19% of the state, let's just say that's about what, 4, 5, 6 cities?
Well, I mean, that's set up too, the winners, because if you win and if
I mean,
you
of
owe
course.
money or something like that, you can't get the money. You got to send somebody else to go get the money.
No, that's why you'll get your money, but you'll have to pay off whatever debt is owed, and they'll give you the remaining balance.
Yeah, but who want to do that?
mean,
If you just win it, it's supposed to be free for me, but now I got to pay you back something from the money.
Well, because it's a debt that you owe, so why wouldn't you? That's like you.
I don't owe it to the lottery.
No, but if you owe it and it's a federal.
I know that. I know that, but I'm just saying. But what's that got to do with one? What's one thing got to do with another?
They're trying to recoup
you know what I'm saying?
Their winnings. That's just like if you have like a lien or a levy or anything such as that, like on something that you owe, and once you get into some money or you have something that's available, they're going to take it into.
I think it's good for the kids that actually want to go to school. You know, you got your kids that actually want to go to school, then you got the kids that's in between. But it's not only for the kids' life, for people that always wanted to get their education as well.
Right.
So let me go do this. Let me go so I can have a better job, a better career,
Absolutely.
et cetera, and things like that.
I wish it would come all around throughout the whole U.S. because, again, other countries do this. That's why, like, for example, Japan, China, and stuff like that are number one in education because they have the ability to get the type of education that they need versus what we don't have here. People pretty much is like.
Well, then why everybody flocking to the United States then? If they so good everywhere, why everybody want to come over here? They want to come to our Disney World.
Land of the free, pretty much, but they want to come over here because they think it's more freedom and there's not any type of rules. Like, an example.
Oh, like dictatorship.
Right. So, like in other countries, like there's like family rules, like it's only one child per household type of deal because of overpopulation. A lot of people come to America for different things because, again, it's called land of the free, land of the opportunity, and that's what they do. But again, I just think that education should be free for all, and it should be free as far as these opportunity scholarships. And the educational lottery should uphold its requirements as it states. Outside of just 30%, it should be well more. And I understand if they say even if we gave 100% of its revenue to school, that would only cover 19%. Again, it should be something more that the statewide should be able to cover. Cut some of these costs as far as when it comes down to salaries that you're giving to the governments, the people that's working under them, like the governor, the
Why?
mayor.
They got to send their kids to private schools and make
What
sure
you
they.
mean, why? I mean, they're making
No, I'm just saying, I'm being
$400,000
sarcastic.
a year, and I mean, come
They don't
on,
care about that.
That it should not even. They shouldn't even be able to be allowed a
For
type
God's
of salary
sake,
like that.
we
That's
just talked
ridiculous
about
to
the
me.
college scandal, so you can only imagine that lady Huffman. She was a little fish. Imagine the big fish.
It's crazy.
But I agree with you though, baby. You know all about the school thing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a school head and stuff like that, but I always apply it to my real life. I can't eat the words. The words can't fill my stomach up. I got to do what I got to do.
What?
Period. I'm talking about the degree. You know what I'm saying? Get your degree and you can succeed. Yeah, but what happened when that degree can't feed you? What you gonna have to resort back to? You know what I'm saying? And I can't. A degree can't fool me up. I got to go get the job first after I complete all that. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying, or graduating within the top 3% of my class to even get an internship. But
I mean,
moving on, we got to move on. So, but I totally agree with you. And I don't knock it what New Mexico do. It make it free for everybody. Hell, while you're at it, I think that, at least Americans, it should be like on your birth certificate or a law. Every person that's born in America should at least get one free car out of their lifetime. Here go your certificate. Here go pick your car. Anyone you want. Anything. And we still want our reparations, people. You know what I'm talking about? I want my check. I'm going to be in line. I want my reparation. For all my people, I want it. But that's a story for another day. But,
yes.
Moving on.
Okay, I hope I'm saying this right. Valparaiso, Florida. A worker at the Florida Daycare Center is facing child neglect charges after 4 toddlers suffered broken legs on the same day. The Panama City News Herald reports that 25-year-old Christina Marie Curtis was arrested recently after the May 21st incident at Kids Discovery Learning Center in Valparaiso. I think I said that right. It wasn't immediately clear if she was a lawyer to represent her, but she was released on $4,000 bail last month. An arrest report says all 4 young boys were fined the morning of the incident. Later that day, they were having difficulty standing or walking, and medical personnel determined that they all had suffered leg fractures. Under terms of her release, Curtis cannot have unsupervised contact with any children and cannot be employed at child care facilities or schools. I think that is sick, and I think for her only having bail of $4,000 and there's
Sheesh.
4 kids, that's like $1,000 a child. That's
Pretty much.
not, I mean, it's not fair. Like, okay, you sat here and you broke, that's abuse. That's child neglect. That's abuse. That's an intent to inflict bodily harm. That's battery.
She only got to pay $400 to get out.
I mean,
It ain't she don't got to pay the whole
anything
$4,000.
outside of a fracture, let's say that they had internal bleeding. I mean, let's be real here. Anything, again, could have happened, and I'm pretty sure that these kids were screaming at the top of their lungs. A fracture, you can only imagine the pain that they're going through at that age, and she only got a $4,000 bail for this? No. She should have got way more for this. I feel anybody that has anything that has to do with children, as far as abuse, molestation, neglect, murder, whatever the case, they shouldn't even have no formal type of bail, at all until the whole thing is investigated and cleared, whatever the case may be. It shouldn't be any kind of bail. I mean, this is sick.
To me, she got off lucky by getting out of jail. Let me reverse it. I came up with my aunts and stuff like that. If there's something like that would have happened to their kids, she wouldn't even been able to make it to jail. They would have drug out the
I would have
daycare.
probably hurt that lady. Like, I would have really went to jail.
They would have been drug her out. As soon as they got that first call from the hospital. Miss Barnett, we have Darian up here, he was suffering broken. She gonna check on him. She know they safe at the hospital. She going straight to the daycare lady. Or they gonna find out where she stays and she getting drugged out of the house.
Oh, yeah, she gonna be drugged. Drug ain't even the word that's gonna happen to her, man.
And we ain't condoning violence and then like
Absolutely
that.
not. But when it comes
I
down
said
to
back
your
in the
children,
days.
you are their own advocate. You are their protector. And you would do exactly what you need to do to make sure that your children are safe and protected. And if it comes down to mine, and I got my boys, and these were one of my boys that were out of these 4, oh, she wouldn't have made it to no hearing. She wouldn't have made it to no bond. She wouldn't even made it out that daycare door.
Like, how you break 4 kids?
4.
You line them all up and say, y'all get on over here. Let me break your legs.
Come on. And she's only facing child neglect charges?
This is I don't want to say white lady, but she look like a white lady, the Spanish lady, but this is a white lady.
And again, she's only facing child neglect charges. No, she's white. Again, she's only facing child neglect charges.
She look like the typical lady that'll be there watching your kids.
Legs. This is ridiculous.
She probably knew somebody she connected some. Christina, how could you? Well, I can understand, given your recent family history, that it's kind of hard, and kids sometimes can get on your nerve. That's what they hit her with. I understand. You just don't worry. I'll call someone. I know a buddy.
No.
That's how it is. Is she good?
And if you look her up and you see her mugshot picture, she looks like she don't give it, like she has no remorse.
This in Panama City. They out there on that water.
And I mean, it's the difference if these children all had, if it was like separate incidents or whatever, but this is all in the same day. And I'm not saying, I'm not negating the fact how it happened, or it shouldn't matter what time or the date or whatever. But again, all in one day, and the only charge that she's receiving is child neglect charges. It should be child abuse. It should be battery. It should be assault. It should be, the whole 9. I just don't understand.
Now, see, this one you got to pay attention to the buzzwords, and you got to pay attention to what's going. She cannot have unsupervised contact. That means that she can still be around some kids. She can still do whatever, but it's just got to be somebody there watching her.
It has to be supervised.
You know what I'm saying?
Why does she need to be around children?
And she can't be at a child care facility, but she could go somewhere else and kids can be around. She just can't be at a daycare or a learning center or a school.
Pretty much.
You see what I'm saying? But that's just why she awaiting to get seen by the judge. After that, whatever fine she pay or days she do, everything go away, and then it's right back to normal. So she really ain't.
And for child neglect charges, she's not even really going to even be facing any type of jail time. More than likely, she'll have some type of probation or something like that. And then she'll have to go to like a class and crap like that. So pretty much she's getting off easy while these 4 children are suffering. Hopefully that they could get their legs put. They'll have to probably be in braces, some type of leg braces, because they couldn't even walk. They couldn't even stand up. And some of these children may not even be able to walk. Again, because of her. So these are permanent. This could be a possible permanent disability that she caused them. This could be some type of, again, this is more than neglect. She should be charged with way more than this. This should be like the utmost. This is child abuse. That's like, and again, with broken legs, you got broken bones. It could have been anything inside like that, like torn. It could be any type of blood clots, anything that could end up coming, like with blood clots, if you get them in your legs, any part of your body, you could potentially die from this. So again, she should be charged with something way more than some just neglect.
Oh, you could die from blood clot? Man, I've been feeling something strange in my leg, man. Feeling like no, it ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? When black people hear stuff and then we've been feeling that same feeling that you explained, we swear we got it. You know what I'm saying? Man, I swear, man. Hey, look. But hey, look, here go my pet peeve. You know what I'm about to say. Now, what if this lady right here was a black lady? Yeah. 4,000. That would have been 40 stacks. It would have been 4,000. Probably wouldn't have gotten up on. They probably would have held it. It would have made bigger news than this. See, this is the stuff that you got to go find. You're not gonna hear about this nationally and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the it's the crazy stuff.
It's sad.
You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, she probably ain't had no child care license. And like, they just got hired
it
off
just
the
sounds
street.
like it.
But
Yeah.
lock her up, throw away the key for them babies. You know what I'm saying? They don't know no better. But I wonder why, like, even through all the stories, you don't even hear none of the parents under there. You don't hear none of that. Where they at? They ain't speak out?
I'm pretty sure that they did. And
Yeah, on the
it's
local
just,
news, right?
Right, and it just hasn't been noted like all the children's parents, because a lot of them, of course, because of the children's age, they're not going to be identified. So,
Right.
yeah.
Nevertheless, hey, watch when you see your kids, people. If you can have family help, y'all see, it ain't used to be like that a long time ago. Everybody helped out everybody. We ain't had to go run and drop our kids off here, there. I ain't never seen my people do it like that. We helped each other out. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had to go depend on other people to watch and bring up our kids and trust them to feed our kids. You know, stuff like that. No, I wasn't raised like that. We're going to take care of our own. You know what I'm saying? But
That's crazy.
moving on. We got to keep moving, y'all. Got to keep moving. Moving on.